Hello traders, good morning. I am Stephen Davis, Senior Market Strategist, RJO Futures. Friday morning here, we're talking to you about the grain markets. We are called for a little bit of snow here tonight in the Chicago area, so while it's spring, we're going to probably get one more dusting of snow and we'll move through that. Okay, grain markets are lower here this morning. Corn, soybeans, wheat, all lower. The Chinese tariffs here and the news flow, just a little bit much for the grain markets to hold up in here. Stock market's showing some volatility as well, so markets are going to be a little bit volatile, and the grain market certainly the next week there's be a lot going on, so we'll get into that. The corn market here today, and we do hear from a lot of you folks. It's great to hear from each and every one of you. And yes, the corn market is going down. It's down 5 cents as we speak here today. Our first chart of corn, you can see we're in very good support. So I'd caution traders about being short in this market. If you're end users and you need the product, I think this is a real good time to come in and buy. And if you want to be short, I'd wait for a little more confirmation of North American weather and acreage and planting here as we move into spring planting. The U.S. corn out of the Gulf is the cheapest feed grain in the world today. So kudos to the U.S. farmer. We're also seeing basis markets, Argentina corn firming up, Russian wheat firming up. So these cash markets are stronger. That's good for the futures. So we'll see where we go from here. Okay, the soybean market, we're down here hard on China tariffs news. Exports were this morning. They're disappointing. So it's just a 1 week scenario here. And certainly China buying U.S. soybeans is a big story. And every week I say I think it's going to continue to be a big story in our lifetime. Remember, I've said now, China can buy U.S. soybeans maybe 20–30% cheaper than they can from South America. So from a business standpoint, that's a no-brainer. But if China wants to retaliate to us, then we've got some issues here. So we need to get through this tariff uncertainty. Markets do not like uncertainty, and we're seeing that here this morning. So we've got to get this cleared up. Okay, the wheat market, I'd mentioned wheat. Russian wheat prices are firming up a little bit, so that's a positive for the world. You can see the chart of wheat here. We're in pretty good support, so wheat is more of a follower with corn here, and we'll see what happens. So wrapping this up, next Friday we're closed, and from all of us here at RJO Futures, a happy Easter, everybody. Let's enjoy the really true treasure that we have, our family. But it's going to be a big weekend next weekend. We got the end of the month, the end of the quarter, a real high-risk trade report on March 29th, and then we're closed on Friday, so weather in Argentina from Thursday till next Monday night when we reopen again, and weather in the hard red spring wheat areas can be different than Thursday when we leave next week. So everybody have an excellent weekend.